And welcome to my video about Grand Arena. Uh, I want to give you 3 teams that you can use in Grand Arena, and the idea is that with those 15 heroes you will do good in all the other areas of the game too. So namely in the tower, in Outland with the 3 bosses, in the campaign, and also in Arena. But having said that, it is clear that some lines are a bit of a compromise because if you just go for 3 top lines for Grand Arena, I cannot really find a way then you can be good in all the other areas. So let's have a look. If I were about to restart the game, and yeah, of course there are many possibilities. I will not go for all the good heroes. I mean, I will not go for Ziri or Celeste, but with them too you could do very nice lines, also with Maya, and even with the twins I will not go for them. Lars would be on his own, would also be very good, but he did not make it in my suggestion in this video. So the first line, I suggest you go with Andvari, the new guy. Oh yeah, and the tank too. So we put here Astaroth first, Andvari, Kai, and Faceless. Yeah, now this would not be the first choice for a line in Arena, because Faceless in last position is not that strong, and Andvari also does not really make sense in a line with Kark unless you're up against some other line with Kark. So yeah, I also had to omit Lian in this suggestion. So it would be a better line if you would put in Lian here for Arena. But I think Andvari is really a nice guy to have for when we are up against the twins. So he will make sure that Lars cannot displace all of your heroes, and when you're up against another line with Kark, then it's a big advantage to have Andvari in your team. So I think I would go for him if I were to restart now. I think I would go for him if I went for 15 heroes. So that would be my first line. Then the second line, we go a bit on the magical side. So I would take Ziri because she's the best tank for the campaign. And then put in Jorgen and Orion. He's especially doing a very good job with Brock, one of the bosses in Outland. And I would also go for Korn and Marta. She's also a brilliant hero for the tower and for the campaign. So this certainly is also not the very best line for Arena. If you would have the very best line here, or the very most attacking line, then I would go for Aurora here as a tank. Where is she? And Cornelius would also not be my first choice, and I will put in Faceless here, something like that, and maybe not Marta, maybe Helios. So that would be my preferred line for a Arena team. But as a compromise, I would say we go here for Ziri, and then we need Marta in various situations and areas of this game. And Cornelius, he's a very useful character for chapter 11, 12, 13. There it's really handy to have him, and you will have so much more fun with Cornelius than without him. So I would suggest this would be the second line. And the third line, here we are a bit freer now, because now we have quite some important characters. What we need is we need some warrior against Elissa, one of the spider Outland boss. So yeah, we have different possibilities. We could go align with Chu, but I'm recently a fan of Keira, so I would suggest to go for, and also Fox. She will also fight against Elisa, so we go for her too. And this actually would also be a line that is very good for Arena on its own and in final position. As soon as you can get him, I would go for Chet. Yeah, here I took Faceless away. Let's put him back in. And then, yeah, I save it. I will lose some places with this, of course, because this is not, yeah, Andvari would have to be a little stronger. But yeah, that's what I would suggest, but that's only one suggestion, of course. I think I should quickly change this back to my original line. But I think I forgot a bit. Oh, I think the first line I did with the Phobos, the Nightmare line. And the second line I had with the Kark and Dark Star. And who else was in last position? Not sure. And the third line was the liar. Here I think is Chet. And then here is Heidi, because I leveled Heidi up. A pretty strong Heidi. And in the last position, was it like this, I think? Yeah, I think this was it. Not entirely sure if I used Helios here or did I go for, I think like this, maybe even a bit stronger because Elmir jumps back. So yeah, this is my my three best teams now, but when I could start from scratch, I would concentrate on the line I gave you before. But as I said, especially for the third line, there is no need to go for Keira if you don't like her. You can also go for Chu. He is also very useful in the campaign. I would make sure to bring Nebula along. She is one of the strongest support heroes, and yeah, my line for Chu is always this. In all my videos I just give this line. With Lian, I know there are a lot of people that don't really like Lian, and she's not used that often in lines, but I think this is a strong line, because when Lian is using her first skill, everyone is going to sleep, and all the heroes we have here, Jabba, Elmir, and Chu, they attack only one hero at a time, so that would be an idea for the third line. But you could also go for a second magical line, something like this with Celeste would be excellent for the tower. Yeah, and bring Nebula here. She can also be between mages. She's also increasing the mages with her fourth skill. Something like this maybe, and then instead of Galahad, if we have two magical lines, I would go with one line. I would go with Aurora. And in last position, then yeah, then maybe not Jet, then maybe better Helios, or here instead of Celeste go for a Satori. Is also very strong. There are really many many possibilities, and I always think it's a bit sad when people just copy the lines of the top players on their server, because they are not always the very best lines, and there is always a possibility to have other interesting characters. Maya, for instance, she would also be great for the tower. And in the tower, yeah, Ziri, if you have Ziri, she's very good there. She recovers her health on her own. By the way, my tower team with the 3 lines I gave you in the beginning of this video would be to go Ziri, Kark, and then Jorgen, Faceless, and in last position Marta. And how it would work with this team, I did a video not with this team, but where I use Jorgen at the beginning of the battle, followed by Faceless, so very much slowing down your opponents. And this would work pretty good, pretty much in the tower. I suggest you can check this video out where I use Celeste. On my main account I haven't leveled her up at all. And there I went with Astaroth because yeah, he's better for the arena, and on my mini account I try to focus on almost only 5 heroes. Yeah, there now I go for Keira, a team with Keira and Fox. Yeah, so if you have any questions, or last thing, yeah, a good line for Maya I was asked before. I think she would do good with Lars, and just Lars, maybe no need for Krista. Jorgen is always good for a mage line. And then where we have Aurora, a lot of people think she doesn't work, but once you have her dodge stat high enough, then she's a really brilliant hero. And here, who to put in last position? Well, Marta is always an idea. Or Helios. Yeah, something like this would be interesting to play, to go for as a line. So, that's from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.